What is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny gameplay video. Today I did some pickup sweats with some friends, and it was a lot of fun. And actually, right before we started the sweats, you know what I was doing? You'll never guess. I did a run through Prison of Elders. Yes, it was kind of easy with the light level advantages, but still kind of fun nonetheless. I was like, hey, I remember when this was challenging. I remember when people were like, oh, looking for Skullhouse runs, blah blah blah, and honestly had a little bit of fun doing it. But anyways, we dropped Skullhouse, and I honestly forgot the mechanic there. I was like, why are we green? I don't understand. But anyways, it was kind of fun. So anyways, right after that, we jumped into some sweats. Dude, that snipe right there was, that quick scope was kind of crack. But anyways, I did two different series. One was against Game Boy and Six Trez and Matt Renwick. And you may be familiar with Game Boy. Game Boy is a phenomenal player. In fact, I was on the forum threads the other day, and people were discussing top 10 players, and a couple of people dropped his name among top 10 best players in Destiny, just so you know that he's a known competitive player, and he puts up some pretty impressive numbers. And anyways, he was on the other team, as well as Six Trez and Matt Renwick. Six Trez you probably know. Matt Renwick I did not know, I'd never played with him before, but he was a pretty solid Titan, and his shoulder charges were on point. So anyways, we had a ton of fun. We did one game that was kind of like using, best weapons. And then after that, the other two matches that we played with these guys, we just kind of had some fun. I was using a Grasp of Malak. Game Boy actually busted out the Praetus timepiece of all things, which is a great gun. And it was just kind of fun. Six Trez was rocking his Finale's Peril. And we were really enjoying it. Matt had a really dirty snipe on me right there. But we were really enjoying it. It's fun to be able to sweat against players who are really good when you don't have to use all the best stuff in the game. Like, we're not trying to try hard here. Well, yeah, obviously we want to win, but in pickup sweats like this with friends, it's just so much fun to be able to use random weapons and try and get a feel for them, see how effective they are. And that's really what we did. So it's not that these sweaty series indicate who the greatest players are out of these six. Oh, yeah, it's not like everything's on the line. This isn't a tournament. We're not trying to try hard here. We're just trying to have fun. So hopefully you guys can do this as well, kind of match up against some of your friends and just have fun. Because honestly, it is so enjoyable to play against friends, which is where Destiny really fell short in terms of custom matchmaking. Because playing your friends is always a blast. Those always, when I really got into competitive gaming, that's what we did. We LAN parties, right? We went over to someone's house, and everyone brought a TV, and the guys brought routers, and everyone had to invest in an Ethernet cord, right? And we did LAN parties, and we played Halo 1. We did 4v4s, and it was just tons of fun. We did our own tournaments. We'd go to a friend's house, and we'd set up brackets, and we'd have 24 guys there or whatever, and we'd do our own tournaments, and we'd pitch in to buy prizes, and it was just so much fun. That was my history, my origin story of sorts for competitive gaming. That's how we started out, just playing in friends' basements. And here you see me using the Vanity. I really like this hand cannon. I'm a huge fan of this gun. I never get to really use it in sweats until today, when I've used it before in sweats on one game, but it was kind of rough because I was still going up against tryhard loadouts. But these guys aren't using tryhard loadouts, so I was able to have some fun, whip out the Vanity. Guys sometimes ask about my Vanity. I've got Icarus and Luck in the Chamber and a Rifled Barrel on mine. It's kind of a God-rolled Vanity, and that sort of makes up for the fact that I don't have a God-rolled 1K Stare yet, or a God-rolled Grasp of Malak. At least I had something that treated me well in the RNG department. But anyways, I was really happy with some of the numbers I put up, and some of the plays that I made. I've gotten away from using my Titan in sweats. I still use my Titan a lot in pubs, but in sweats, I find that since I only play Titan with either the Sky Sniper setup or with the Twilight Garrison, it really jacks me up in sweats. Because you may not know this, but in sweats, one of the rules is that you can't use exotic armor. And they make that rule because some of the exotic armor can get kind of cheesy in sweats, because guys will just basically do whatever they gotta do to get grenade energy, and grenades are kind of blah in sweats when there's a ton of them. So yeah, it just kind of lends to more gunplay, and so that's why they took these out. Watch the kill feed. You saw that there. This game, Black Hunter gets a triple. Black Hunter here going in again and getting the team wipe. Black Hunter just went in deep on this match, and you see it again here. Another full team wipe. He just kind of went off. Finally, at the end, he let me get a couple of kills before the game ended. But I played with Black Hunter on my team, as well as Zomi, who I never met before today, and he played really well. He's a really good guy. So here's some numbers I put up. 17-7 match was the Rusted Land Zone, which was probably my best. I had some really good plays there. I went 12-7 on Black Shield there, and yeah, all around I had a really good time. In the first series we played, we did against McDeagles and some of his friends. LG Splash on the other team, he hopped in. He was in my stream. Shout out to LG. I know LG's been a long time viewer, and I see him in the chat all the time. He comments on YouTube videos, so shout out to LG. It was fun getting to play against you. And I know he got it rough here. He kept getting split spawn. He was always by himself. And this map, honestly, this is in my opinion, this is a terrible map for sweats because of the spawns. Because you get split spawns so easily, and there's really no place on the map that's hard to get to for the enemy team if they've got mid-map control. So whoever's got map control can really run the tables here, and that's really what happened. It started out a little close, and then we pulled ahead considerably. But anyways, shout out to LG. It was good playing. We need to play together sometime soon. Maybe I'll do. I know I want to do stream some sixes, just pub match sixes with viewers and subs, so I can just kind of rotate people in every couple of matches, get a new set of people, and I'd love to really just start playing with a lot of you guys, and that would really be a blast for me. So anyways, if you guys don't already set up your own scrimmages and sweats and stuff, I'd highly encourage you to do so, because it's really good for practicing sort of team map control and understanding how to do pinches and collapses as a team. You'll learn just kind of by attrition, just by playing. Revive timing. I know one of the things that I had to work on was how heavily I prioritized picking up special ammo. There were times when I would see that special was up and I'd make a point to go get it, even if that meant that my teammate was still engaged and I didn't, I wasn't, it's not that I intentionally left them behind, it's just that I wasn't thinking about their position. I was thinking more about my special ammo needs. So I've had to try and get away from that a bit and sort of prioritize map control over special control. And it doesn't mean that special is not a big factor. It definitely is a big factor, and you want to have enough map control that you can run the tables and get most of the special off the map. That's definitely important. But there's just some skills and sort of small nuances that actually play a big role in winning matches that you'll pick up on just by playing what they call sweats. I know some people don't like that. We did the bungee bounty, and in the middle of the bungee bounty, Clawman gives it a new name. He's like, I hate the word sweats, so I'm not gonna call it that. I'll call it moisties. And we're like, what? Moisties? And D just like, how's that any better than calling it sweats? Because it's not. Who calls it moisties? How's that better? But anyways, you can call them scrimmages. Here at Choke on a Snipe, he was standing still getting special and didn't know I was there, and I still missed. I don't know why it is. I can hit moving targets a lot better than I can hit immobile targets. I feel like when people aren't moving, I have to take even more time to line it up. I'm like, okay, I really can't miss this, because then it means that I'm just downright bad. So this was the first match we played here on Asylum, and had a good time. It was good stuffs. But anyways, hopefully you guys can set up your own scrims. If you don't know how to do that, there are tons of tutorials out there on how to set these things up. And if you don't know the sweat rule set, I know there's a lot of rules that play into sweats. And it can get confusing. You're not supposed to have more than one of the same subclass. You're not supposed to have exotic armor on. You can't use class-specific exotic weapons like Talaylock, Fabian Strategy, or Ace of Spades. And that rule kind of sucks because it was really only made to get Talaylock out of sweats, but it villainizes Ace of Spades and Fabian Strategy, which there's nothing OP about those guns. and so some people even still allow it. But honestly, you don't have to play by these rules. You can look it up. It's on the esports pages and whatnot. You can just look up the sweat rule set that everyone agrees on. That's just sort of the standard. But you know what? They're not the boss of you. If you want to make up your own rules, make up your own rules. If you want to say no exotic hand cannons, or you just want to say no thorn and last word, then do that. Whatever you want to do. If you want to say no Viking funeral, then do it. Just play with your friends and set it up in such a way that you all are abiding by a set of rules that you agree on, that as you and your group of friends, that you think best balances the game. That's the thing about doing this, is that you don't have to let anyone tell you how to play the game. You pick your rules and you play it the way that you want to play Destiny, and you have fun doing it. And that's really what the value in sweats is. And a lot of people look down on sweats. They're like, "Oh, sweats are so dumb. This isn't competitive." And to a point, yeah, this isn't technically competitive. It's not technically competitive gameplay, but it's only as competitive as you allow it to be. So if you make it a competitive thing, then it's competitive. So have fun with it, and balance things according to the way that you see fit. And give me your feedback. Let me know when you do this, if you find it helpful, and if you have fun doing it. I'd be genuinely interested to find out. So guys, take it easy. Thanks for stopping by, and I will catch you in the Crucible.